Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graham Barden, and I represent the plaintiff, Peyton Reynolds. Today, you have a great responsibility in your hands. Today, you will have to decide whether the Smithville School District and Dalton Fisher were negligent, and that this negligence led to Pat being in a coma today. As the plaintiff, we have the burden of bearing proof. This means that we must prove our claim that the school district was negligent by preponderance of evidence. This means that the evidence we show during the case proves our claim of the school district being negligent. Weighs heavier and is more persuasive in your minds than the evidence that states otherwise by the defense. As the judge will explain, negligence is the failure to use that degree of care, precaution, and vigilance which a reasonable, prudent person would use under the same or similar circumstances. As this case showed, the school district and Dalton Fisher were negligent, and this negligence led to Pat's accident. Today, you heard from Peyton Reynolds, Avery Harris, and our expert witness, Bailey Thompson. Peyton Reynolds told you about how he made it clear to the school that Pat had a condition and that the school should have been able to handle the situation if it were to arise. Avery Harris told you about the circumstances leading up to them leaving the hotel and how the absence of Dalton Fisher in their time of need ultimately left him and Pat with no other option but to leave the hotel to get food. The defense will try to tell you that Avery and Pat left the hotel for other reasons, but the truth is they only left because they had to. Pat's condition causes him to get dizzy, and to cure this condition, he needs to eat food. The hotel doesn't allow students to bring food. The fridges were emptied by the chaperone, Dalton Fisher, and they weren't allowed to order room service because Dalton Fisher said so. The first time Pat asked for help, Fisher said to ask someone else for food, and nothing to help Pat. The second time Pat went to Fisher, he was nowhere to be found. So really, what other option is Pat left? The only thing to do is to go outside the hotel and hope maybe there's a chance they can find food to help Pat feel better. In addition, our expert witness Bailey Thompson proved that the defense is not entitled to safe harbor in this case. As the judge will explain to you, safe harbor means that the district used and followed reasonable supervision policies, provided adequate training to teachers and school personnel, provided adequate notice on the policies to parents and guardians, followed parental requests, and that the policies were followed in each specific case. Bailey Thompson's testimony and his expert opinion showed that the school was unprepared for the conference trip, that the chaperone, Dalton Fisher, was not properly trained for the trip, and that the district did not follow its own regulations on a student-to-teacher ratio of 15:1. The defense will try to remind you that it was Peyton Reynolds who suggested the trip continue with only one chaperone. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Reynolds doesn't run the school board, and he doesn't have the final say on every decision it makes. It was Jameson Manning and the school board who decided to continue with only one chaperone for 20 students. It was them who bypassed their own regulations, that they deemed reasonable supervision policies, and decided to change them to less safe supervision policies. These facts leave you, the jury, no other conclusion but that the school district and Dalton Fisher were negligent, and that this negligence led to Pat Reynolds' accident. Ladies and gentlemen, losing a child is a devastating tragedy. I know that none of you would ever want that for yourselves or anyone else. Unfortunately, this could very soon become a reality for Peyton Reynolds and his son, Pat Reynolds. Peyton entrusted his son, the most important person in his life, to the school district of Dalton Fisher. He believed that Pat was going to be okay at this conference. In fact, Pat was going to be better than okay. He was going to get a scholarship from this trip that would allow him to go to college and allow him to lead him to success in life. This trip was going to be the greatest opportunity for Pat. But it only took one small slip to end it all. One accident that would put Pat into a coma and Peyton into a world of pain. Please, put yourself in Peyton's shoes and feel he would feel. Imagine it was your child lying in a hospital bed and could never wake up again. Remember all this when you're deciding the verdict. And please complete your job as the jury and deliver a verdict that the school district of Dalton Fisher were negligent and that my client, Peyton Reynolds, should be rewarded money damages. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your time and your patience.
Okay.